All right, hello, math lesson for April 20th, 2020. Number 1 for fluency. Carol discovered that 1 yard of fabric costs $2.39. She needs 6 yards. How much will Carol pay for 6 yards of fabric? So if we know that 1 yard costs $2.39, so we need to get from 1 to 6. Well, we're going to multiply by 6. We need 6 of those prices to get 6 yards. So we're going to multiply. When you are multiplying or dividing decimals, reminder, you do not need to line up your decimals. We can push everything over to the right. So we can have $2.39 times 6. Now, we are going to forget about the decimal until the end. So when we have this, 6 times 9 or 9 times 6 is 54. We're going to put our 5 at the top. We're going to write our 4 down. 6 times 3, 18. And then you're going to add your 5. So you have 18 plus 5, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. So you're at 23. Put your 2 up there, drop your 3. 6 times 2 is going to be 12 plus 2, 13, 14. You get 14. We're going to write our 14 here. Now, we're done with our 6, and we're done with these carryovers. Now, we do not have another number to multiply through, so that's it. But what did I forget? Oop, the decimal. We are going to figure out how many times did the decimal go in. So we have 1, 2. So we're going to put on our answer. We're going to move it over 2 times, just like we did in the beginning. 1, 2. So our answer is going to be 14 and 34 hundredths, or $14.34. And that's how much she will be buying her fabric for. All right, let's take a look at number 2. Grandma Julie spent $42.06 on each of her 6 grandchildren at the fair. I want Grandma Julie to be my grandma. Let's go to the fair. How much money did Grandma Julie spend total? Well, if she spent $42.06 on each of her 6 grandchildren, well, we're going to have to multiply by 6 for $42.06 for each. All right, here we go again. We're going to multiply. $42.06 times 6. All right, let's see how much Grandma spent on them. Grandma's probably broke now. Oh my goodness, that's a lot for each grandchild. 6 times 6 is going to be 36. 6 times 0 is 0. Remember, anything times 0 is 0. So 6 times 0 is 0. Then you're going to add the 3. So 1, 2, 3. Whoop, 0 plus 3 is going to be 3. 6 times 2 is going to give you 12. 6 times 4 is going to give you 24. Plus the 1 would be 25. All right, let's see how many places for the decimal. All right, 1, 2. Wow, we're going to go 1, 2. Woo! She spent $252.36. Oh, my goodness. I think we should all get a Grandma Julie. All right, so there's your answer there, $252.36. All right, let's move on to number 3. Here we go, daily math review. Oh, you are going to be so happy. There's only 2 daily math reviews. What is the value of 4 to the 3rd power? So, 4 to the 3rd power can be written as 4 with a power of 3. It can also be written as, this also means 4 times 4 times 4. So we're multiplying 4 by itself 3 times. So 4 times 4 times 4. This is not, I repeat, this is not 4 times 3. This is 4 times 4 times 4. So we're going to write down this 4 as many times as the power tells us to. Now we're just going to multiply. So when you multiply, we're going to go, let's go from left to right here. 4 times 4 is going to be 16. Now we didn't use this one yet, so I'm going to bring it down. So now we have 16 times 4. If you know that off the top of your head, whoa, you're a wizard. That's awesome. But let's do 16 times 4 on the side. It's absolutely fine to show your work on the side. It's absolutely fine if you need to count in your head. Whatever you need to do, that's fine. So 4 times 6 or 6 times 4 is going to be 24. Ooh, just like when we were multiplying up there. 4 times 1 is 4 plus 2, 5, 6. No decimals there, so our answer is 64. Nothing else to bring down. There we go. Bada bing, bada boom. All right, number 4. Solve the following problem using the order of operations. Hint, hint, hint. PEMDAS, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. All right, so solve the following. Oh, my goodness, I just read that. We're going to look at this. Now, when we have our PEMDAS, our please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, I'm going to write that on the side. PEMDAS. Remember, parentheses, exponents, multiplication and division from left to right, addition and subtraction from left to right. All right, so what do we have first? Do we have any parentheses? We do, but is everything inside the parentheses completed and solved? Yes, so we're done with our parentheses. Do we have any exponents? Nope, no exponents. Done with our exponents. Do we have multiplication or division? Ooh, I see, multiplication and division. How are we going to go about this? Well, from left to right. Come on, you can do it. It doesn't mean that multiplication is always first. It means we're going from left to right, whichever comes first. That's why they're right next to each other. They don't mind swapping places. So, let's do our little beep, 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 beep. Our multiplication and division detector detected multiplication. So, 12 times 2. That 12, and then you have the parentheses 2. Remember, that means 12 times 2. So 12 times 2 is going to be 24. Now, bring everything else down. That is very, very, very important. Let's write it in purple. Bring everything else down that we did not use yet. So our divide by 8, we didn't use this, or this, or this, or this. All right, now, multiplication and division. Are we done with that? Nope, I see division. Let's make sure from left to right. Beep, 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 beep. 24 divided by 8. Oh, we know that. That's going to be 3. Bring everything else down that we did not use yet. Ah! All right, now, do we have any more multiplication or division? Nope, so we're done with that. Addition and subtraction. Yes, I see both. How are we going to go about it? Left to right. Left to right. So 15 minus 3. 15 minus 3 is going to be 12. All right, bring everything else down. The plus 3. Left to right. Ooh, our last operation. 12 plus 3 is going to give us 15. So our answer here is 15. Woohoo! Bada bing, bada boom. You did it. All right, let's move on to our air practice. I think I need to zoom out for this one. Sorry. Alrighty. There we go. So, Charles can ride his bike 4 miles in 20 minutes. So, we have 2 important things here. We have 4 miles, 20 minutes. That's a good amount of time for 4 miles. Which of the following ratios show the number of miles to minutes Charles can ride his bike? So, miles to minutes. Miles to minutes. So it's already in miles to minutes, 4 to 20. You can also write that as 4 over 20 in fraction form, 4/20. So remember when we write ratios, you can write them in 3 ways. So you can write them in 4 to 20, 4 to 20, or 4 over 20. So those are our 3 ways. So in this case, I don't see 4 to 20 over here. So what we're going to have to do is simplify. So we're going to get it into the smallest terms. Now, when we simplify, it's easier to look at it in fraction form, I think, in my opinion. However, if you want to do it from other forms, that's absolutely fine. You'll get the same answer. All right, so what number can go into both 4 and 20? Well, 4 can go into both 4 and 20. You can also start with 2, and then you'll have 2 again that can go into both. So if you divide both top and bottom by 4, 4 divided by 4 is going to be 1. 20 divided by 4 is going to be 5. So, that's in its simplest form. We can't divide the top and bottom by anything else but 1. So do we see a 1 to 5 here, or 1 to 5? Woohoo! D is our correct answer. All right, let's go to the next one. Again, feel free to pause the video, whatever you need to do. Go back, anything. All right, number 6. I can zoom in a little bit more. There we go. All right, a caterer uses a potato salad dressing with the amounts in tablespoons of vinegar and the sugar shown in this table right here. So we have vinegar and we have sugar. She decides to make a dressing that is sweeter than the original recipe by increasing the ratio of sugar to vinegar. Which measurements of ingredients Which measurements of ingredients shown below would result in a dressing that is sweeter than the original? So remember, sweeter said she was increasing it. That's how she was going to get it sweeter. Sweeter than the original. Choose all that are correct. Woohoo! So, there's not going to be just one answer, although there might be. We're going to choose all that are correct. All right, so 24 tablespoons of vinegar to 3 tablespoons of sugar. So first, what we might want to do is maybe make a ratio. So if we have 12 to 8, we're going to do, let's make that into simplest forms. Into its simplest form. There's many ways you can do this. This is one way. You can see if this fits in the table. I'm going to simplify this here. So 12 over 8, or 12 to 8, we are going to divide, just like what we did on number 5, both the top and bottom by what it can go into. So, I know 4 can go into both. So let's divide both by 4. 12 divided by 4 is going to be 3. 8 divided by 4 is going to be 2. So our ratio of, in simplest form, our ratio of vinegar to sugar is going to be 3 to 2. So if you have a recipe sweeter than that, then it's going to be, if you have a recipe that's increased more than that, then it's going to be sweeter, and that will be an answer. So let's look at A, 24 to 3. Let's simplify that. Let's see. So 24, oh, I know 3 can go into all those. So if we have 24 divided by 3 and 3 divided by 3, 24 divided by 3 is 8. 3 divided by 3 is going to be 1. So 8 over 1, ooh. So is that necessarily increasing? Well, the denominator, our sugar, is going to be 2, and we just decreased. We went down, so that's not going to be an answer. So that's lower, that's not more. All right, so let's look at the next one. B, 3 tablespoons vinegar to 2 tablespoons vinegar. Let's use a different color here. So if we have 3 to 2, ooh, well, that is it in its simplest form. So 3 to 2, however, that's already what it is. So are we really increasing that? No, it's staying the same. So B is not an answer. All right, let's look at C. I'm going to write it off to the side here. 8 to 6. Well, I know that 2 can go into both. So 8 divided by 2, 6 divided by 2. 8 divided by 2 is 4. 6 divided by 2 is 3. Is 4 bigger than 3? Yes. Is 3 bigger than 2? Yes. Woohoo! Bingo! C is one of our answers. Let's look at the next one. 3 tablespoons of vinegar. All right, let's do 3. And 3 tablespoons of sugar, so 3 to 3. We can simplify that into 1 over 1, or 1 to 1. Well, if we look at that, we are technically decreasing as we divide, but we are keeping it the same. So 3 to 3, or 1 to 1. So if we have 1, and this is 3 to 2, what we're going to do here is we're going to look at, so we divided both of these by 3. If we look at these here, well, we have 1 to 1. 1 is smaller than 3. 1 is smaller than 2. Let's take a look. Let's come back to that one because this one's a little bit tricky. So we're going to look at letter E. So we're going to come back to that one. So I'm going to put a little zip, zip, because that one's tricky. 16 to 8. Well, if we have 16 and 8, I know that 8 can go into both. Ooh, yeah. 16 divided by 8 is going to be 2. And 8 divided by 8 is going to be 1. So 2 over 1, 2 is decreasing, so smaller than 3. And 2 in the denominator, well, 1 is smaller than 2, so that's not it. So do you see how both of those were smaller? And, okay, so keep in your head how both of them were smaller and they both did not increase. So let's look at F. 36 to 24. Well, I know that, 6 can go into both. So let's divide both by 6. 36 divided by 6 is going to be 6. 24 divided by 6 is going to be 4. Oh, a bigger number can go into those. So I know 2 can go into both. 6 divided by 2 is going to be 3. 4 divided by 2 is going to be 2. So again, we have 3 to 2. So that's the same. We're not increasing or anything. Now, back to letter D. When you have 1 to 1, so you notice how we have the same number in the numerator and denominator. We have the same, it's 1 total. So technically, we are going to be increasing this recipe because both of them are going to just be 1 and they are going to be staying constant. So since they are the same number, we are going to consider this as increasing our recipe. So that is going to increase it by 1 whole. So our answers here are going to be C and D. So in your Google Forms, go ahead and put C and D. Do not stress about this one. I know it was tricky. It was a very hard one, but do not stress. All right, number 7. Let's take a look. We have Craig is scheduled to work 40 hours this week. So far, he's completed 75% of his hours. Select all expressions that can be used to find the number of hours that Craig has worked this week. So, again, select all the expressions that can be used to find the number of hours Craig has worked. All right, so if he worked 75% of the 40 hours, listen, 75%. If we have 75%, do you remember how we turn this into a decimal? We're going to take the whole number, 75, and we're going to move the decimal to the left 2 times. So this 75% is going to be 0.75. So for example, if you have 75% of $1, that's 75 cents. So 40 hours, so 75% of his hours. So 75% of 40. So that of is going to mean multiply. That of is going to mean multiply of his 40 hours. Well, 40 hours is just 40 hours. We can't do anything to that. So it's going to be 0.75 times 40, or 75 hundredths times 40. Notice, you can read this decimal as 75 hundredths. 75, because we're 2 places to the right of the decimal, hundredths. Well, 0.75 times 40. Ooh, A is one of them. But now we have 75 over 10, 0.75 over 100, 75 over 100. Well, this is 75 tenths. Nope, can't be that. This is 75 hundredths over hundredths, so 0.75 hundredths. And this is 75 hundredths. Well, remember, any percent, we can have it out of 100. So this 75 hundredths is 75 over 100, 75 hundredths. So that's also going to be, and then bring everything else down. That's another way that you can write a percent when you put it out of 100. So you have the 75 and you put it out of 100. So our answers there are going to be A and D. Again, go ahead and rewind the video if you need to, pause it, whatever you need to do to help you out.